for our next event here on All Strength World Championships. Vilius Petrakis, another very big man.
Yeah, this is another big guy.
Ready? Lift.
Vilius Petrakis now in the deadlift. Very quick on the first rep and the second rep as well.
Nice smooth lifting this. Good deadlifting, good technique.
Moving in for number 5. Good job locking out the hips. Oh, a little toughness at the top of that one, Jamie.
Yeah, but still 7 good repetitions. Real big effort now to get this number 8, placing up there with the top guys. Really having to work for number 8. The legs are shaking.
Gets it to the middle of the thigh, locks out the hips and the shoulders, and puts up rep number 8. Vilius Petrakis, 8 reps in the deadlift.
Real big effort now to get this number 8, placing up there with the top guys. Good deadlifting, good technique.
Restacking and loading the deadlift one more time.
Yeah, the next up I think is Vasyl Varuschuk from the Ukraine. Came 3rd in the world's strongest man this year, and he's done very well on the European circuit. But we saw him win the Farmer's Walk, his favourite event, and now we're back onto his probably the least favourite event, the deadlift. He doesn't like this at all. You can't help thinking if he did improve his deadlift that maybe he'd be a contender for Mariusz Pudzianowski's crown.
Well, Vasyl Varuschuk is the current leader in the Farmer's Walk, so we'll have to wait and see if he can add to those points that he's had so far.
I think if Vasyl can lift this maybe 4 or 5 times, he will have climbed a mountain. You can see he's taking his time to get into the bar. He's not looking forward to this at all. Taking his shoes off so he's got less distance to pull the bar.
Sometimes you can just see it in the competitor's face that they don't like an event.
Exactly. They don't look comfortable. They look a little tense going in. You can see Varuschuk's very, very slow here and deliberate. He's not looking forward to this one bit. Really taking his time here and making sure he's in the right position.
As you said, if you can pull 4, maybe 5 reps, that'll be good. Vasyl Varuschuk.
Well, this is good from Vasyl. He knows he had to go away this year and practice this event, put the time in. If he's going to be a serious challenger, he needs to be able to get his deadlift up above 350 kilograms, 771 pounds.
Vasyl. Good for rep number 4.
One more rep and Vasyl will be really doing well here. He's got to fight this through. He's got it. I still think there's one more rep here for Vasyl. If he digs in deep, sits in, uses his thighs, head back, drives his hips through, I'm sure he can get 6 repetitions.
He's got 5 to his credit right now. Here's Vasyl Varuschuk of the Ukraine looking for number 6.
He's got 15 seconds left. He's got to make this rep count. He cannot put it down. No, he can't get his hips through.
Unable to get number 6 up, but Vasyl Varuschuk, as you predicted, Jamie, finished with 5 reps.
That's a good score for Vasyl. I think he'll be happy with that.
Now, he knows that that's one of his weak events. You think he works a lot on that when he's going to his next competition?
Yeah, he knows it's a weak link, and if he does want to progress and get into the, the top spot at the world's strongest man and Europe's strongest man and some of the Grand Prix, he's really got to improve his deadlift.
Where here comes the 2-time and current world champion moving in for the deadlift. It's Poland's Mariusz Pudzianowski.
Well, he's got his super suit on nice and tight. Mariusz has been competing a lot on the European tour. He tells me he's not 100%. He's very, very tired. And if there's any fatigue in that back and legs, the deadlift's going to find it. Let's see what the current world's strongest man, Mariusz Pudzianowski's got to offer on this deadlift.
Chalks up the hands, he'll step in. Make sure he gets his straps on correctly. He wants to make sure that everything is right, because once he gets going, there's no slowing down. It's not like you can do 3 or 4 reps, then readjust if something's wrong.
Well, I would think Marius will be looking at around anything over 7 repetitions. Most of the guys sticking around 5.
Get ready.
The referee gets him into position.
Fellow competitor Raymond Bookmanis helping him with his straps. Pudzianowski with his first rep. Very solid on his second rep as well. Straight up on rep number 3.
Looking good here, Pudzianowski.
Boy, he is very solid.
Very good here. Very good lifting from Pudzianowski.
Marius Pudzianowski rolling.
That's 11 reps.
He's looking for one more rep, and that will put him in a tie. Marius Pudzianowski gets rep number 12, locks it out. He's going to take a break. He knows he's got a little bit of time. Will he go for rep number 13, Jamie?
Yeah, I'm sure he wants another rep. He's nodding to the crowd. He knows it's in the bag. He's just going to run the clock down, conserve his energy. One more lift for Pudzianowski to show his class on the deadlift.
There you go.
That's why he is the current world's strongest man. Marius, the Dominator, Pudzianowski.
13 reps for Poland's Marius Pudzianowski, and that puts him in the lead for the deadlift. You know, they call him the Dominator because he dominates each event, not just an overall game.
Yeah, I think he's just conserving a little bit of energy as well. He really wants to win this all-strength World Cup, and he'll just do enough to get himself into the final, and then I think he'll just shift up a gear and move away from everybody else. That's usually his style.
It took 3 events, but Marius Pudzianowski finally wins an event in the deadlift with 13 reps. Vilius Petrakis comes in second spot with 8 reps, and Vasil Vereshchuk had some trouble and finished with only 5 reps. After 3 events, Marius Pudzianowski of Poland leads with 101 points. Vilius Petrakis sits in second spot with 87, and Vasil Vereshchuk has 82.